KHOU 11 News at 5:30 starts now.
Hello, I'm Marcelino Benito. Houston is still riding high. We are celebrating our 2022 World Series champion, Houston Astros. The city today unveiling details of tomorrow's parade. This as a party rages on outside Minute Maid Park. Let's go live to Zach Tawatari. Zach, you were in the middle of that party last night and people still celebrating this afternoon.
That's right, Marcelino. We heard those parade details a little earlier. We're going to share that with you in a second, but I can't tell if I'm still in this scene from last night because these fans are awesome. They're still out here. Still out here celebrating. They've had a chance to take pictures, keep the party going, and they had a live DJ, of course. They got that World Series swag. But the big question everyone has been asking is about that parade. So let's give you some details. It will all take place downtown, starting at Smith and Preston and ending at Smith and 2M. Here's some tips. Don't park near the start, even on parallel streets like Bagby in Louisiana. Spread out. The team will go 1.7 miles, then turn around and come back. In 2017, there were 1 million people. There's no reason to crowd one area, and officials say you should bring snacks and water. People will likely start getting there early for that parade that's going to be starting at noon. Here's Mayor Turner talking about the details a little earlier today.
Showcase the best of what this city is all about. The Astros have certainly done their part, and now it's our turn to be appreciative and celebrate them for really lifting our city.
Now, it's important to remember there will be lots of delays driving around here tomorrow. In fact, it's recommended you take public transportation. It's actually going to be free. According to the city in 2017, 400,000 people took public transportation. So there's plenty of ways to get there tomorrow that don't involve parking. But for now, the party is still continuing here outside Minute Maid Park. You can tell. So excited to be World Series champions. For now, we'll send it back to you from Minute Maid Park. Zach Tawatari, KHOU 11 News.
Zach, I saw you got a bit of a beer shower last night. Hopefully no beer shower today. Thank you so much. So far, we've heard from 4 school districts that are closing campuses tomorrow so students and teachers can attend that parade. Fort Bend, Aldine, Alief, and HISD have all canceled school. Some colleges will be closed tomorrow as well. You can check out the list at KHOU.com. The Astros team store was open for 24 hours following the Astros championship win. Brittany Ford shows us the frenzy to get the latest World Series gear.
Well, Astro fans have wasted no time from late last night into today, loading up on the latest World Series gear.
Before World Series Game 6 at Minute Maid even started, hopeful Astro fans were lined up outside the Academy store with plans to be the first to get their hands on some gear.
Well, definitely wanted to be the first ones out here. As people started watching the game more and they seen that the Astros were winning, more and more started trickling in. But, you know, win or lose, I was going to be out here. I was planning to be out here tomorrow if need be.
Following the Astros win over the Phillies, the team store stayed open overnight.
I knew I wanted to come out, but I didn't want to be in the traffic and all that craziness. I'm an educator, so I'm used to waking up early, so I said, let's go at 5 o'clock. Shouldn't be too crazy. Here we are.
Early Sunday morning into the afternoon, lines continued to wrap around the ballpark. A line fans say was worth the wait to rep the Houston Astros, our World Series champs. Brittany Ford, KHOU 11 News.
Brittany, thank you. And if you think fans are elated by the Astros World Series victory, just imagine how those players feel, achieving a goal they've dreamed about since childhood. Here's Matt Musil.
On the stage last night after manager Dusty Baker locked up his first ever World Series title, he said without hesitation that it's time to party. And that's what his players and staff did well into the wee hours of the morning. Here's what some of the guys were saying after that Game 6 win that locked up the ball club's second World Series championship.
Do you think you had something you had to prove hey, no questions asked after 2017?
I think that every single person in this room believed from day one that we had a chance to be a special team and win the World Series this year. And everyone worked so hard, and I'm so proud of everybody.
It's y'all's job to stir the pot a little bit. We weren't worried about that, man. I think you can see, looking around this locker room, how tight we are as a group, and that's what we fed on.
How do you sum up this Astros run since 2017?
One word: dynasty.
What did you think when Jordan launched that bomb to center?
Hey, I was just hoping he didn't kill anybody. How hard he hit it. Good Lord. I mean, it was unbelievable, man. He's an unreal hitter. Alvarado made a mistake over the plate, and Jordan capitalized on it.
But the Astros didn't emerge unscathed from the game. As Astros third baseman Alex Bregman told me in the clubhouse, it's a good thing they didn't have to play another game because he badly injured his left hand on this slide in the second base in the 8th inning. I asked him if he broke a finger or what happened. He said he didn't know for sure, but he's going to have an x-ray today. The ball club has no update at this point. Marcelino will break down all of the World Series action tonight on Sports Extra. And now we all look forward to tomorrow afternoon's parade.
Matt, thank you. To the weather now, here's a live look at Minute Maid Park. What a night inside and outside the juice box last night. We are hoping Mother Nature is on our side for the parade tomorrow. Meteorologist Pat Kavlin joining us now. So Pat, how's that parade forecast looking?
Fortunately, I think the only thing that will be falling from the sky tomorrow is confetti. We are looking at a really nice forecast to celebrate a huge win here in Space City. Temperatures will be really warm as well. Definitely not going to be feeling like November. So if you start to get out there early in the morning to line up along Smith Street, I mean, temperatures are going to be very warm, mid to upper 70s. At noon when the parade kicks off, 80 degrees, and we'll be in the 80s all through the afternoon with a mix of sun and clouds, but again, not expecting any rain for that parade tomorrow. Going to be a really nice day. All right, live look over downtown. This is looking from Westheimer all the way out to the east. It's dry, but the sun is already down at 5:37. There you go. Daylight saving coming to an end, and so we are back to the early sunsets. We did have a few showers and storms out there today. We are starting to dry things out, though, so that's going to set us up for a really nice stretch of weather as we get into tomorrow. Election Day, another big day this week. On Tuesday, the weather for that looks good as well. Will be warm all week long before a drastic drop in the numbers arrives as we get into next weekend. There's satellite and radar. You can see a few downpours still left over. No thunder or lightning right now up towards Lake Livingston. They're lifting up to the north. They're going to be out of the area pretty soon, but we had some pretty good thunderstorms through northern Harris and Montgomery County earlier in the afternoon. And again, now that the sun is down, everything is starting to wrap up. So we're dry through the overnight. Monday will start with clouds. Watch this though, by parade time, the clouds are gone for the most part. A lot of sunshine takes over. We can't rule out maybe a 5 or 10% chance of 1 or 2 rogue showers. I really don't think this is going to have an impact. And I even checked our lightning products. Lightning is not going to be a threat for tomorrow. So even if we get a few drops of rain, it's not going to be a thunder and lightning threat. The parade should be totally fine. That weather will continue through the evening. And then as we get into Election Day, we may have to pencil in a rain chance for some of our western counties, but I would say about 90 to 95% of us will stay dry. So very warm and dry for Election Day. 86 degrees with a southeast wind around 5 to 10 miles per hour. That warmth sticks around here all the way through Thursday and Friday. Our normal high this time of year, 76. Watch what happens by next weekend. We go from 84 on Wednesday to 62 as your high temperature on Sunday, and that below normal weather takes over the entire country, all of the U.S. here, as we get into the middle part of the month. So if you are waiting for that cooler weather, you're not going to have to wait much longer. Quickly, we are tracking 2 areas in the tropics. This one in particular has our attention just to the north of Hispaniola. This is expected to develop here as we go through the next few days. This is one computer simulation, and look at this. We could be talking about a landfalling named tropical system in South Florida by the time we get to Thursday. Good news, though, after that it curves up to the north and east. It is not going to be a threat for us here in Houston. So there's the 7-day forecast. Mid-80s through Wednesday with sunshine, 80 on Thursday. Just a great stretch of weather here. Again, mainly dry Monday. This is not going to be anything impactful to the parade. Again, election day looks good. And then we're watching that big cold front, Marcelino, just with a shower chance. Not expecting severe weather, but much colder weather with a lot of cloud coverage for next weekend and high temperatures stuck in the 60s.
I, for one, cannot wait, Pat. Thank you.
You bet.
Election day is this Tuesday. The race for Harris County Judge is one of many big races we'll be watching closely. Republican Alexandra Miller is challenging the incumbent Lina Hidalgo. Polls are tight, and today Hidalgo is hoping a visit by First Lady Jill Biden will give her campaign a boost. For more on that, let's go live to reporter Maria Aguilera. Maria.
Marcelino, with less than 2 days from Election Day, a final push from Democrats to get voters to the polls. Today, First Lady Dr. Jill Biden made several stops here in Houston. She was joined by Harris County Judge Lina Hidalgo and other local elected officials and community leaders to encourage people to vote for Democrats up and down the ballot this midterm election. Their stops included a couple churches and community centers in 3rd Ward, the largest one at Wheeler Avenue Baptist Church with about 3,000 congregants, according to the office of the First Lady. The big message from the First Lady that there's a lot at stake this election.
This race is going to be close. You all know that. And the only way we can win is by voting. So put voting on top of your to-do list.
That's right.
And help make sure that your friends and your families and the people in your churches and your schools and your book groups, everybody goes out to vote. That's how we're going to win.
Alexandra Miller is challenging County Judge Lina Hidalgo, her campaign encouraging people to vote for Republican judges. On Saturday, Miller had her last big block walk ahead of the election. We did reach out to Miller's campaign, but have not heard back as of this newscast. Marcelino.
Expected to be a very close finish in that race. Maria Aguilera, thank you. And that's all the time we have for now. We'll be back on TV tonight at about 10:30 with all things Astros. Thanks for watching our webcast, and I'll see you tonight.